Hello and welcome to the Zach Ratliff Show. I'm Zach. I'm glad to be with you and glad you're with me. Thanks for making this a part of your daily routine. I've got some new audio equipment, as you can see, so I'm gonna be playing with the volumes a little bit and trying to figure some of that out. But anyway, we'll rock and roll and we'll make it happen. So just kind of bear with me today and the next day or two as I play around with this and trying to make the experience better. So, yeah, that sounds good right there. Okay, here's what I want to start off with, and this is, the Democrats just think minorities are stupid, and it really aggravates me. If we're all created in the eyes of God or in the image of God, why would they be stupid? And so, here's the thing. So this is from Charlie Kirk on X.com. It says, under a new grading for equity policy being rolled out next year in San Francisco, this would allow students to score as low as 41% on a test and still receive a C. This policy makes it so that homework goes ungraded, weekly tests are ungraded. This is a push for equity. And this is what he says: the push for equity is always about lowering standards until they are meaningless and worthless. That's exactly right. I don't want to be I don't want to be the smartest dumb person. I just want to be, be all I can be, like the Army used to say. It's ridiculous to think that we've come to a place where, we don't think you can do it, so we're going to change the grades for you. We don't think you can do it, so we're going to give you the position. We don't think you're smart enough, so we're going to make it easier for you and everyone else have harder requirements. Well, what kind of world is that these Democrats are living in? How is that fair to anyone? And we've even seen it with, they say, I don't know this for a fact, but with air traffic controllers. Do you want the doctor doing your heart surgery that got in because, well, we felt bad, and so we made they didn't have to pass all the same tests? Right? Is that what you want? Do you want the pilot of your airplane? Well, they got there. They didn't have to do as much because they deserve equity. No, no one wants that. That's just ridiculous. It's crazy to think that that's something someone would want. Except for it's a tool to gain power. It's a tool for people to maintain control, and we know that. And so we just have to make sure we're aware of that, and we can't be afraid to talk about it. Oh, you don't want to help people, so you must be racist. No, what have I said about race yet? Except for that's who it's always aimed at. Oh, we have to do this for the minorities. We have to do this. No, let's give everybody an equal playing field. Let's give everyone a chance to be all they can. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. If you don't want to put the effort in, don't put the effort in. But if you want it, go get it. If you think you can, then make it happen. That's America. That's the American dream. We're going to try. We're going to work. We're going to open companies. We're going to do everything we want to do, and it might work. It's not a guarantee to work. All socialism and communism guarantees is that everybody's in poverty. Nobody's happy. Nobody's reaching for their dreams. Hey, look, I've failed a whole bunch of times in my life, and I'll fail a whole lot more. But I always bet on Zach Ratliff. Every time. Why? Because I want it. I want to do it. I believe I can do it. God has given me skills that He hasn't given other people. And He's given you skills, if you're listening or watching, that He hasn't given other people. So I always believe in me. Sometimes too much so. And I believe in others as well. I believe we should give them the opportunity, but not the results. The results are earned. The results are fought for and fought after. You have to try. You have to want it. But we're going to have equity and education. We don't need that. We need people that are awesome and superstars. And then we need some people that are like, hey, this isn't for you. Also, everybody doesn't have to, go to college. Everybody doesn't have to do all these things. Well, we need trades. We need all these other things. You still got to be able to do it, though. I don't want someone wiring my house for electricity that didn't have to pass the same test because they got equity. I don't want you to have equity. I want you to have opportunity. And then we'll let the results fall where they may, and then I'll choose who I want to work for me or with me or who I want to work for based off of that. But don't guarantee equity. That's ridiculous. It's the most just it just burns me up. As Peter Griffin says, really grinds my gears. It's just I can't believe. And then people fall for it. Like, oh yeah, we want equity. No, you don't. That's a tool to maintain control over people. It's just frustrating. It's frustrating that people don't believe. People think other races, other genders, other whatever are so stupid that they have to give them equity. I don't. I believe in you. I believe in you no matter what color you are. I believe in you no matter what sex you are. I believe in you no matter what. If you want it, you can go get it. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. Don't ask me to pay for it, but you don't have to. That's what's crazy. Okay, here's this from Clandestine on X.com. Yesterday, it says, Trump confirms that he told Netanyahu to stand down so that they can reach a peaceful agreement with Iran. This man means it when he said he wants peace. Everybody's, oh, Trump's going to start war. But no, look at NATO. Look at what the Biden administration was doing. Look at everyone else who's pushing for war. And Donald Trump's like, we don't need this. Why would we want nuclear war other than to enrich the war profiteers? Good for you, Donald Trump. And where are the liberals? I can't believe he's wanting to negotiate with Iran. Oh, but it's okay to send them billions of dollars in cash, right? But we're not going to talk about negotiating with them. We're just going to do that, and then they can keep enriching their uranium. Golly, it's just such a double standard that it's ridiculous. But we all know it's a double standard. Here's another double standard, and I didn't even remember having this in my notes. This is from Matt Walsh. It says, remember, folks, white South Africans don't belong in South Africa even after being there for 400 years. White Americans are invaders in America even after 500 years. But the third world illegal migrant who got here last Tuesday is just as American as everyone else. And if you call him an invader, you're a racist. So not only do the Democrats think you're stupid if you're not another minority, they think you're so easily manipulated that you'll believe all this, everything else. It's just constant from the left. It's constant through our culture. It's constant through our radios and our TVs and our internet and everything else you've got. Just a constant beating us down. We just have to stand up for what's right. We have to stand up for traditional Americana. We have to be who we're supposed to be. And we can't be ashamed of that. And we certainly can't stand in judgment of someone who says, hey, look, I like what I am. I like where I'm at. And I'm proud of my country, right? And that's the thing. But, if you don't, then you have these open borders and everybody comes across. And then you get this thing that happened, the hit and run out in Dallas on this jet ski the other day. The authorities report, this is from Mim, therefore I am, on X.com. Authorities report that the Venezuelan illegal immigrants involved in the fatal jet ski hit and run that killed an 18-year-old crossed the southern border in 2023 or 2024. They were arrested upon entry and issued a notice to appear and subsequently released on their own recognizance. They were told to come back. Come back when we call you. The Biden administration doesn't care about Americans. The Democrats don't care about Americans. They care about these illegals because they believe they'll vote for them and keep them in power. What do you want to be in power of? What do you want to have all this control of? You're running this country into the ground. You're not helping anybody. This is ridiculous. Anyway, so there's that. It's the same story over and over. It's all about power. Every time. It's about power. So, it just burns me up. Here's some good news, though. This was on foxnews.com. It's also on magavoicex.com. Well, Fox Business, I'm sorry. The OMB director confirms that the Big Beautiful Bill has $1.6 trillion in actual savings. Yeah, because one thing they're not talking about is they're expecting the economy to grow and it's going to offset some of this. So they're like, hey, we're saving money with this. We're doing what we need to do with this. And that's great. That's what we need. So, there we go. Marco Rubio then announces on in the inevitable West on X.com is where this comes from. It's a major FAFO for those of you that know what that means. Marco Rubio announces the European and British officials are complicit in censoring free speech and are now banned from entering the United States. So if they've been censoring free speech, which they have, they've been arresting British citizens for just speaking out over the internet. They said, "Hey, you can't come here. We're not about this. We're not going to protect this or promote this in our country." Good job. Stand up for our rights. Stand up for who we are and what we do. That's all we ask, right? That's all we want. It's just support what we're supposed to support. Man. Then moving on, this is from Amuse at X.com. 3 of President Biden's top aides, Deputy Chief of Staff Anthony Burnell, Deputy Chief of Staff Annie Tomasani, and Senior Advisor Ashley Williams have until, it says tomorrow, but it should be today, to agree to testify about their knowledge of the auto pen pardons, or they're going to be subpoenaed. Good. Let's. That's what we just want equal justice. That's it. I don't want anybody getting anything special. So let's see what happens. This auto pen thing, we knew Biden wasn't running the country. Even though they said he was doing cartwheels and back handsprings down the halls of the White House, we knew that was a lie. We knew that wasn't where it was. But don't worry, he's the most vibrant, smartest, best-looking, whatever person in every room. He's the prettiest woman and the best-looking man all at the same time. But he wasn't, and he isn't. Joe Biden's been a liar my entire life. And so, that's just is what it is. The White House, according to Nick Sorter on X.com, the White House will be sending a Dodge recessions package to Congress on Monday, per the Trump budget director. The first cuts will be in foreign aid, USAID, and NPR. Here we go. Let's get the big, beautiful bill through, and then let's get the cuts. That's what I've been asking for. The Republicans are so entrenched in the swamp that they won't do it. They're finding ways not to do it. That's not what we need. We need to just rock and roll. Let's go. It's time to go. So anyway, that's coming Monday. This is from Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. I can't say that today for some reason. My eyes aren't working. I was told that we are going to see the first Dodge cuts bill on Monday. Foreign aid, NPR, CPB on the chopping block. I have not seen the bill yet, but I'm passing on what they told me. She goes on to say, personally, I want to pass Dodge cuts every single week. That's right. Let's do it. Let's get the tax cuts made permanent. Let's get our budget established, and then let's go get them. Look, we act like we're running out of time because we are, because we know the Republicans don't have the backbone to stick with anything. But we're just getting started in this administration. We just have to keep the momentum. We can't cower to the media and to, all the talking heads and whatnot. We have to stay moving forward. So that's what we are. Hey, I want to take time to thank Elmwood Custom Goods. And I want to take time to thank Mortgage Financial Services here in Texarkana. And I want to take time to thank Church on the Rock, Texarkana. That's churchontherock.org. Thank all those people and those groups and businesses for being sponsors of this show. They've done a lot for me, and as you can see, the set's growing. We've got audio equipment, we've got signs, we've got a new studio. We're getting there, and it would not be possible without those 3 groups. So that's Elmwood Custom Goods, Mortgage Financial Services, and Church on the Rock. And so just want to thank them. And this isn't possible without them. So I appreciate their belief in me, and I appreciate their belief in what we're trying to do here. So there's that. Okay, look at this. This is from End Wokeness on X.com. 489 American students are in China. Okay. Got 1 billion people, 489, not shouldn't be noticeable. 280,000 Chinese students are in the U.S. Then they go on to say, we educate our enemies while they spy and rob us of our intellectual property. Yeah, we've got to stop that. We've got to get control of this and every. This government is. I think that's what happened in Trump's first term. It was so out of control that nobody. He didn't realize how bad it was. He got in there. He's like, oh goodness, we have got ourselves a problem. Luckily, they gave him the last 4 years to plan on it with everything he knew. So there we go. Here's something that should not surprise any of us, but it seems to surprise the left just dramatically. The hostage that was held by Hamas says that the terrorists wanted Kamala to win because they were scared of Donald Trump. What? Hamas terrorists are scared of Donald Trump? Yeah, that's what we want. You know, you see all these, that's what I voted for. That is what I voted for. That is what I wanted. That is why one of the reasons I wanted him in there. I wanted these people to fear for their lives. Hey, if you don't let our people go, if you harm us, we're going to kill you. I don't want to have to do it. We won't do it if we don't have to, but we can and we're willing to. It's just that simple. For those of you that keep a gun on you or in the truck, same thing. I don't want to use this. I don't want to do this, but I have it. I'm speaking for all of you, of course, not for me. So anyway, I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see some truth coming out about that. Without X, without the internet, without the media as it sits, the alternative media, I guess I should say, we would not get this story. Thank God Elon Musk bought X. Thank God for the freedoms of this country. Thank God for you all. All right, we're going to get out of here. Be back and do it all again tomorrow. I hope God blesses each and every one of you today. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.